So kind of a fun quiz. I saw this just now scrolling down at Bengal YouTube, Sporkle.com. And this was made by Hayden Wyatt. It says, hey, Bengal, just made this quiz just for you and your fans. I hope you can check it out. Tried to do something enjoyable because the last couple quizzes have been rough. Yeah, I mean, one of them was kind of weird. And then I just was not good on the logic quiz. Talking and doing quizzes at the same time is more difficult than you'd think. And especially as a dumb person myself, becomes increasingly more challenging. But you guys can tweet quizzes at me at Bengal YouTube, Sporkle.com. And you can see here at Bengal YouTube, hit me with a follow as well if you wouldn't mind. But this one's kind of fun. Can you name the Bengals franchise receiving top 30? So if you've watched my franchise series, you may remember some of these guys. Some of them might feel like blasts from the past, but we've had some pretty good receivers in series. Like to throw the football quite a bit. And some of these series you guys probably never would have watched. Because I don't know how far back this dates, but I see Giants on here. We would have had the Giants. And then I think I did the 49ers in Madden 17. And then I think the Giants again in Madden 18. Madden 19 was the Dolphins, I want to say. And then Madden 20, we did... I don't know. There were Jaguars most recently. Let me count back. It goes Lions, Desperados, Jaguars, Dolphins... Giants, 49ers, Giants, I want to say, something like that. But this could be pretty difficult. We have 30 to get, and this is probably going to be even outdated by the time my current season of Lions franchise ends. The link is down below as always. We have 30 to get in 10 minutes. Let's see how many I can remember, and this could be real interesting. Let's try to get each one at a time. Desperados number 1. I mean, it's got to be Dennis Peoples, right? Dennis Peoples is probably going to be these top 3. There's never been a better receiver in my franchise history than Dennis Peoples. He was drafted as the number 1 overall player in the draft. One of the best receivers I've ever seen in the draft. And he was just incredible. He put up insane numbers. He was the offense, and he is the top 3 answers. Desperados, Jags, and Jags. And then Giants. I mean... Did I draft a big-time receiver in Giants franchise? I think Odell has to be up here. It is. Odell 4 times. 4 times. So I guess that's one that you probably wouldn't think of necessarily because I haven't really done a Giants franchise on the channel in years. But Odell, one of my favorite players, you know, for 2014 to, you know, the time he left the Giants, man, he was unbelievable when he wasn't injured. So... we have Desperados 1463. Who was another receiver on Desperados franchise that wasn't Dennis Peoples that put up almost 1,500 yards? Oh, man. I don't think I'm going to be able to get this because I'm not having any name pop out. Who did I have with the Desperados? Was it a drafted player? That's a ton of yards. I'm sure some of you guys know it. I mean, this is... how do I not know it? It's my series. It's my franchise. I'm going to skip it for right now. We're going to go to the Lions. Got to be Rashad Reese. It is. Rashad Reese on here twice, of course. As we get to the Jaguars. We had a big tight end in Jags franchise, who I think it could be. Jaguars tight end. What was his name? DeMarcus Holmes? DeMarcus Holmes is on here twice with the Jags, but he is not the 12-17 number. DJ Chark, maybe? DJ Chark's on here twice, but he is not that top number of 12-17. So I'm missing another receiver with the Jags. Who would it be? Who would it be? I'm going to skip it for right now. We're going to go to the Lions. I think TJ Hawkinson is going to be on here. He's 1203 and also 1068 and 1067. He really put up years of like 1 yard apart. That's pretty crazy. Another Lions. It's got to be Chris Godwin. Rod God, 1060. Is 1150 Richie Owens? Richie Owens is going to be on here, but he's not. It's Tyrell Williams, maybe. It is Tyrell Williams. He got the ball more than I thought. It's a really good season. Dolphins 1141 is going to be a legend that you guys probably don't remember. Some of you will, obviously, but I think it's got to be Ray Stevens. Ray Stevens is 1041, but he's not 1141. Devontae Parker, maybe? Oh, you know, it's gonna be Preston Williams. It's not. Mike Gesicki. Man, I throw the tight end a lot. 2 seasons of over 1,000 yards from Mike Gesicki. How is Preston Williams not on here? Preston Williams never had a 1,000-yard season. Ray Stevens is on there. 49ers 1083 is honestly one of my favorite players I've ever had in a franchise, and it's got to be Dante Buchanan. I mean, how is it not who that is? I'm spelling it the way it was spelled, almost for sure. It was Dante, that's donate, which you can do in the link in the description. No, that's not a thing. It's definitely Dante Buchanan. It's misspelled on here. It's definitely an O. But he only had 954. I don't believe that. He certainly put up over 1,000. We're going to fact check some of this stuff for sure in this video. Dante Buchanan. Did he have it with an A? I don't think so. Maybe I'm wrong. But I got it. 954 seems like too few. Who is another 49ers receiver? I mean, was George Kittle on those teams? No. Who else on the Niners? Let's scroll down here. And by that, I mean just look with my eyes down. I'm a machine. Howard Russell's got to be one. Howard Russell's not on here. Who else with the Giants? Evan Ingram? Evan Ingram not on here either. Madden 16 Giants franchise could be one. Who would it be? Who's another Giants receiver? It's not. Is it going to be Darius Slayton on here? No. Because there's also Madden 19 Giants franchise? Not Evan Ingram, not Darius Slayton. Sterling Shepard, maybe? Sterling Shepard is on here. Howard Russell is certainly on here, man. Certainly is. He had to have had 900 plus yards, at least in my head. Who are we missing right now? Another Giant. Did I draft a receiver? I drafted Howard Russell. Did I sign a receiver? That's another question. All right, let's try and go back to the top left here. Imagine people doing better on this quiz than me. It's possible. It's probably going to happen. Desperados 1463 is unbelievable that I'm not getting that. One of the top 5 seasons in my franchise history, supposedly. And I don't know who it was, and it was like 8 months ago. 6 months ago. I don't even have a guess. All I can remember is Dennis Peoples on that team. There was another receiver that put up big time yardage. Who was it? Did I sign somebody? I had to have signed somebody, right? Jaguars 1217. I'm going to say maybe Laviska Shenault. It's not Shenault. Oh, man. This was last year. Who would have gone off? I thought it was DJ Chark, but he's not even 1217. Who is 1217? There are a lot of Desperados on here. I think at least the next name is going to give me 2, but I can't even name one receiver on that team that isn't Dennis Peoples. Who else did I throw to? Will Fuller? That's typing it in the search bar somehow. Will Fuller is not on here because it would have been on the Texans. Brandon Cooks, I think I traded. I think I'm going to have to give up. I don't know anymore. And we're going to fact check some of these, but I'm giving up. Oh, okay. Some really interesting names here. All right. Devin Duvernay put up over 1,400 yards. I remember Devin Duvernay with the team now. Forgot we had him, and I didn't realize he was so unreal. Dee Dee Westbrook had over 1,200 yards in a season. That's insane to me. That's insane that he got the ball that much. I thought it would have been like a drafted guy. But Dee Dee Westbrook had 1,200 yards. Sanchez Heaney was an interesting player. Sanchez Heaney, if I recall, was like this big speed guy. that really like wasn't that good, but was good for like maybe a huge play a game. 1,000 yards, pretty good. Troy Weldon, the tight end. I remember Troy Weldon now. He really wasn't that good, but I throw to the tight end a lot. You're going to get some yards. Devarius Givens. I forgot just how bad this Desperados team was. That Troy Weldon and Devarius Givens had 900 plus yards. And that's right. I signed or traded for Keenan Allen in Giants franchise. It sounds familiar, but I completely forgot about that. Troy Weldon, Dee Dee Westbrook. I mean, I guess I should have gotten, but Troy Weldon and Devin Duvernay, Devarius Givens. I think some of you guys are definitely going to get the Desperados players. I would be shocked if anybody gets Sanchez Heaney. I would just be shocked about that. I could barely pull out DeMarcus Holmes, and he was awesome. He was awesome. But let me confirm this, because I swear guys like Howard Russell in Giants franchise would have been on here. And 49ers Dante Buchanan, the fact that he didn't put up over 1,000 yards, I don't believe that. So we are scrolling way back here. Madden 18 49ers franchise. In the finale, there's Dante Buchanan. I guess he was only an 85 overall. Kalan Adkins, I remember. There's Sanchez Heaney. We had Devontae Parker on this team. Do I show the stats? Joey Locklear, my quarterback. Dude, the quality on this is so bad. It's amazing people watch this. I guess only 6,000 on this video. I don't ever show like the season stats here. So I don't know how to even figure it out for Dante Buchanan, but it has to be more than 900. Also, this is a pretty sick touchdown by Sanchez Heaney, who's on this list. Like, look at the movement by Sanchez Heaney. Unbelievable. So Sanchez Heaney in this game had 700 yards on the season. Yeah, I don't know how I would go back to see receiving yards here. Unfortunately, I cannot confirm about Dante Buchanan. I feel like he would have posted above 900 yards, but I really don't have a way to check. Did Howard Russell get injured or something? 337 yards. I mean, I remember the name. He could not have been that bad. 14 catches for 337. So many legends in these series, though. The Giants had Roman Pugh, the Roman soldier. Morris Dubose, who was a lockdown corner. Look at Roman Pugh. Went up to a 95 overall at 23 years old. Alex Espinoza was an unreal middle linebacker. He was so good. Rookie superstar. I guess Howard Russell only had 655 yards in this season, so I guess he was right. But Dante Buchanan, that one I'm not buying. Dante Buchanan in 49ers franchise had to have had a 1,000-yard season. I feel like there's just no way he didn't. I am kind of surprised Ray Stevens only had one 1,000-yard year. That's a little bit low to me. I guess I remember him being better. And the way some of you guys have explained it, it's like I force-fed him the ball, but he barely even had 1,000 yards. Trey Key. Man, some of these names are huge flashbacks to me. So Ray Stevens this year as a rookie has 988 yards. So I guess this would have been his 1041 season after this game. Lawrence the Boss Ross in this series too. How many receiving yards did Stevens have? 53, so that checks out. Did this series just stop in week 6? What happened here? I never finished the season. That's why Ray Stevens didn't go over 1,000. I ended it in week 6. That's pretty cool. Well, there we go. Well, that's what happens sometimes, I guess. Well, that's interesting to find out. Definitely great job on your research for this. Because, I mean, even I couldn't find some of these right away. But Dante Buchanan had to have gone over 1,000. That's the one I'm on that. Also, it's funny to me how different that I think I look and sound. Although you guys would probably say that it's not even, it looks the same. Also, 68% of 1,500. That's where he was going into this game as we were 8-5. So 68% of 1,500 is 1020. So you would figure that at the very minimum, he had 10 or over 1,000 yards. When here it's listed at 954. Now, I guess this could be wrong, but I don't think that it would be. let's see. He's got 57 catches. We know that. And he's 76% of the way to 75. So let's do that. 76% of 75 is 57, which is the exact number of catches that he has. So going into this game, he had exactly 1,020 yards. I used to leave games without showing the game stats. I mean, this wasn't really an interesting one, 14-0, but geez. So it showed that he had 2 receptions for 15 yards up to this point, and then we just chewed clock. So not really an impressive game, but he had 1,035 yards receiving, and last game of the season. Okay, so Dante Buchanan, with 10 minutes to go in the fourth quarter, 4 catches for 95 yards. I don't know why I'm so big on playing Sherlock Holmes here, but I think it's important. So we know at this point, though, that Dante Buchanan had at least 1,130 yards, and that's the last time, at least, I showed that he caught the ball. So we can have a really good estimate, and of course, back when the NFL was only 17 weeks, we can have an estimate that Dante Buchanan had 1,130 yards, and that should be pretty right. He had at least that. Could be more, but probably not significantly more. So Dante Buchanan should be in this spot down here, pushing Keenan Allen off the board. Or actually, it could change some things, because I don't know if this 954 is from his rookie season. I guess it would be. Or was he a rookie here? Okay, so he's a rookie. He was just unreal as a rookie. He was a late round pick, and he was unbelievable. Now, you used to get higher rated draft picks, so an 80 wasn't like an 80 today. But this was still an unbelievable pick. Dante Buchanan, again, one of my favorites. I guess we only played with him for a season, but he was extremely memorable, and he put up 1,130 yards in this season. So I'm not sure how that would really change the list. Maybe he would just move up. That's pretty much it. But 1,130, I expect it changed. But comment down below, who is your favorite Bengal franchise receiver of all time? For me, I don't know, man. It's like they all kind of have a special place in my heart a little bit. Like Dante Buchanan, Ray Stevens, and Dennis Peoples is without question the most dominant at this point. He is the best player probably in my franchise history. Dennis Peoples, you get highlights in Bengal. What happens if you search Dennis Peoples? A lot of my videos. I guess that makes sense. Oh, somebody did a Madden 21 player creation 3 weeks ago of Dennis Peoples. Yeah, he was built literally exactly like Devontae Smith and from Alabama. It was kind of cool. I don't think that's the face though. Oh, look at this video. Let's give this a like. He gave video links with timestamps to when he was drafted, his X Factor abilities, me, Jaguars franchise. What a guy. What a guy. And this was right when we drafted him. 6'1", 175, Dennis Peoples. Was 23 years old, but look at those top skills. I mean, some of the best that you've ever seen. What overall was he? I don't even remember what he was when we drafted him. This is a good trip down memory lane here. I could turn the audio on, but I think we get the general idea at least. Hey, take your time, man. It was really setting the scene. He was an 80 overall. Pretty good. Pretty good. What were his ratings? 88 medium route running. Short was really low, but great spectacular catch. His catching was 94 on draft day. Just unreal. Updated equipment. Yeah, this is the Dennis Peoples we all know and love. The face paint, the one arm sleeve. He was a monster. And then, of course, when he was traded to the Desperados, I think if you watched Desperados franchise, you probably knew this was coming. I would have traded literally anything to get this player. He was just so unbelievable. And we haven't really been able to find that in Lions franchise. It just, like Chris Godwin was supposed to be real good, but I don't know if we're ever going to see a receiver play quite like Dennis Peoples again. Now, in Lions franchise recently, Rafael Wilkinson has, when he's been healthy, been incredible. Had the best ever game from a receiver. I don't think Dennis Peoples ever did anything quite like what Rafael Wilkinson did. But Dennis Peoples was a legend for sure of not only Jags franchise, but Desperados franchise as well. This is when he was 27. We played with him for a few years. I believe 5 overall seasons. He was in the league, but I think we only played with him for 3 or 4. Where is he here? He's on the top list 3 times, but we didn't play with him for a season or 2 of Desperados franchise. So Dennis Peoples, probably the biggest legend ever on my channel at this point. His medium route running still, or short route running still wasn't that great, but medium and deep was amazing. But I guess that's pretty much going to do it for this kind of stroll down memory lane plus quiz. So this link is down in the description. Devin Duvernay, Dee Dee Westbrook, Sanchez Heaney, Troy Weldon, Devarius Gibbons, and Keenan Allen. Dante Buchanan needs to move up. What do you say, 11:30? Yeah, but that's going to do it for the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Kind of a different video, and I'll see you in the next one. Take it easy.
It's insane, I hit it at the park, bend bones. See me high step to the end zone. My life like a game, Nintendo. Playing with the best, let them know. Get off the track, the train's coming through. Yeah, promise you get in my way, then you best believe I'ma just run over you. Yeah, yeah. Papa turn, taking it back to the house. Defensive joke, I'm laughing so loud. Speed burst good.